Welcome to Star Talk. I'm Ken Eccles, and we're happy to have you with us on the program tonight. Um, I hope you can hear me tonight. I think you can, and if I think hard enough that you can, then magically you will be able to. That's normally how those things work. We have a telephone number that you can call. It's right over there's the number, or is it over here? I never know. But it's there somewhere. You can also email us at keneckleslive@gmail.com. That's the email address, and we'd love to hear from you either by phone or by email, whichever works best for you. I'm getting my array of telephones arranged here. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Well, good evening, Ken.
Good evening. What's
Yeah,
what's
I thought I'd be early tonight.
all right? What's going on? I hear people laughing.
We gave somebody some laughing gas.
Is that legal?
I don't know. I didn't give it to them.
All right. Well, that's what you'll want to do when the police get there. You deny any knowledge of it. Usually your best course of action.
Well, I'm waiting for the Uber to come get me so I can go somewhere. I'll watch the show from the telephone.
Well, let's hope the police aren't in the Uber.
I don't think so. But has well, football season started a little bit.
Yeah, I believe it did start a little bit about 7 weeks ago.
Well, Carrie Underwood is looking great this time of year.
Carrie Underwood?
She's singing the thing for the Open on Sunday.
Well, yeah, she does look good. I'm foolish me, and this was foolish of me. When you mentioned football season, I thought you were going to say something about football, but of course that's not the case. You wanted to say something about Carrie Underwood.
Yeah, love her music.
She's good.
And let's see what else. I wonder if I ought to pick on somebody tonight.
I don't know. Well, there's always Tom Brady.
Oh, Lord, I can't stand him. I can't even stand him being in the broadcast booth of the football game, and I turn it.
Have you seen him in that commercial? I don't remember what the product is. He's in some commercial where he's picking up free cups in an office. Have you seen that?
Well, that sounds like a good job for him.
Well, he got three. The guy says they're free. You're only supposed to get one, but Tom Brady got three.
See how greedy he is?
I think that illustrates it as well as anything else that we could bring up.
Yep, especially for someone named Goat.
Well, yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah. You know how funny a name sticks with you even after you left football?
I don't know if you realize this or not, that in this case, the name GOAT is a compliment. It's not an insult.
Well, to me, I'm making an insult.
All right.
He's old. He's old. He ought to be sitting down on a couch watching TV and taking care of family.
Oh, I believe actually that's what he's doing most of the time.
You know I'm trying to insult the man.
Yeah, I do know that. I don't know why you still do that, though, because he has tried to patch things up. He has emailed, actually, I'm sure you know, he's emailed us twice here, expressing how much he would like to smooth things over with you and not have any more rivalry or controversy. I don't know why you're not willing to accept that.
Well, he could send me to the Super Bowl to watch Bad Bunny. That would be a great idea, to send me to the Super Bowl to watch the game in a private booth.
And watch Bad Bunny. Well, maybe if you would ease up on him, he would do that.
Well, I'll ease up on him. And if you don't do it, I'm going back to my old tactics.
All right, well, that's fine. Just give him an opportunity. Just create a window for a settlement. a window for a settlement here and see if he'll climb through the window.
How big of a window should I give him?
He's a pretty big guy, so it should be a good sized window.
Yeah. If he comes through with a Super Bowl thing, I'll take back everything I said about the guy.
All right, then let that be the current position. Tom Brady, well, let's tell him. Tom Brady, if you're watching, and he probably watching. Tom Brady, if you're watching, the ball is now in your court.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say nothing to jinx it, but we'll see.
We will see. We will indeed.
Well, to my rivals in the pool,
Here it comes.
good luck to the rest of you.
Oh, is that it? Okay, well that's not too bad. I'm sure they'll appreciate that.
Well, do you want me to go below the belt?
No, certainly not.
Well, we'll see you Monday, Ken.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
for calling. Thank you. And Charles, actually, with something that at least vaguely resembled a kind word for his rivals, and perhaps not quite so much, but sort of a non-hostile offer to Tom Brady. So we will see how all that works out. The phone line is open. You can give us a call at that number, or you can email us at keneckleslive@gmail.com. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
How you doing, Mike Ken?
I'm doing well. Who is this? Is this Mr. Pelham?
It certainly is. How you doing?
Good. Where have you been?
And I've been helping out some people, elderly people do some stuff that needs to be done. I just been really tied up, Ken, and
Well, good.
missed the show a lot.
I'm
But,
glad you've been helping folks out. That's a good thing.
Yes, sir. Mr. Liberal told me today to tell you that I'm just like Jimmy Kimmel. I'm back on the air.
Back on the air. And I would assume, at least I would hope, that the ratings for this particular hour will be pretty similar to what Kimmel got his first night back on the air, too.
I hope so, Ken. I'm sure it will be. It's always a good show. Oh, Charles from Danville, did I understand him to say that he picked the number 48 Jimmy Johnson this week?
No, he picked the one. He picked the one this week. Ross Chastain.
I'm just picking with you know how he likes Tom Brady and Jimmy Johnson back in the day.
Well, now if Tom Brady was a NASCAR driver, I'm sure Charles would be picking him.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah. I'm out of this race, this contention pretty much so far, but we got 2 races left, do we not?
We do have 2 races left.
All right. If I were to pick the winner of the next 2 races, that would halfway get me in contention, would it not?
If you would pick the winner of the next 2 races, you'd have 80 points.
Right.
Mark from Mayodan is in first place now with 78 points. So if you pick the winner in the next 2 races and everybody else picks race drivers who finish 39th or better, then you would win.
Okay. Well, put me down for Joey Logano, the 22.
There's always a chance. What I just described, there's always a chance it could happen. So Mr. Pelham has Joey Logano for Martinsville. It's in the book.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I've been watching a little bit of politics, Ken. Like I said, I've been tied up here lately, but what in the world is going on with Trump? I mean, he wants to tear the White House down. I mean, he's wanting the taxpayers to pay him $230 million. I mean, what in the world? The government's just basically shut down because Thompson won't let them bring, Congress back to work to do the job to put people in office that's already been elected. I mean, what in the world's going on?
Well, that's kind of a broad question. Well, let's do one thing at a time. As far as the White House, of course, they're building a 95,000 square foot ballroom where the east wing of the White House used to be for $250 million, which seems kind of reasonable for a 95,000 square foot ballroom. But it's going to be big. I just saw today for the first time, I saw the drawings of what that's going to look like. Have you seen those drawings?
No, sir, I have not. No.
The ballroom, this ballroom is going to be the biggest thing there. I mean, the White House, the current part of the White House, and the West Wing are going to look like doll houses compared to this ball. This thing is going to be huge, enormous. I had no idea it was going to be that big.
That many square feet, Ken, it's got to be huge, you know?
Well, yeah, that way, but tall. It's going to be really tall too, apparently.
Right.
So anyway, they're knocking down the East Wing now to make room for it, and it's going to be very, very noticeable when it's built.
Yeah, well, I heard him say tonight that it's getting great reviews as usual. So, that's the new with that.
Well, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I'm sure it'll be beautiful. I have no doubt. But I don't know how they can review it before it gets built, though.
I don't either. But, how can you reduce the drug prices 1,200%? I mean, same old, same old.
I'm still trying to do the math on that.
Maybe Miss Turner could help us out with that, you think?
Well, maybe so. If it could be done, she would be able to do it.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah. How about the $230 million that he wants the taxpayers, Justice Department to pay him back for previous trials? I mean,
well, he'll get it. He'll get it because I think the people who run the Justice Department will give it to him, and if they don't, he'll fire them and hire somebody who will give it to him. So he will get the $230 million one way or another from the Justice Department. He had filed suit, but they never pursued the suits. I don't think he could win it in a court of law, because I don't think there's anything in it that would satisfy what would need to be presented in court to get him an award like that. But the Justice Department doesn't need to go to court. They'll just decide whether to pay him or not, and I expect that they will pay him.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Or, if it was to go to Congress, Congress would give it to him too, because every time he wants something, he just says, okay, I won't, and they get it. So I see another thing today too, Ken, where him and Putin get together supposed to be canceled or put off again too. So
well, it has been canceled, and they have now announced sanctions on two Russian oil companies, the two largest Russian oil companies. They're going to sanction them and try to reduce the amount of oil that they can export as a punishment for Putin. Because the president said today that, there's no point in talking to Putin because it doesn't matter what he says, he never does anything, he said about Putin. And I think the president got that one right.
Yep. Well, probably so. You're talking about I heard a little bit of your show last night or night before, but it's talking about the Sam Page and Phil Berger thing.
Yeah.
So pretty much Sam Page is anti-casino.
Right.
And Berger is pro-casino. So that tells me that Sam Page will be in Rockingham County hands down. He might get.
My guess is, I mean, I don't like to guess at these things because you never know. I think that Sam Page is probably the most popular elected official in Rockingham County. Have I done a survey? No, I have not. But my notion is that Sam Page in Rockingham County is more popular than Phil Berger right now. That's just how it feels to me. And that's why, I guess that's why the Berger folks are getting started really early with these ads, because they want to reduce Sam Page's popularity. But that's a political campaign. That's how it's done.
Yeah. Well, if Sam will show up on your show and do an hour interview or whatever, with like you've been doing with the politicians, I think it's a shoe-in for him. One more thing, Ken. summer's pretty much gone. And I just wondering when Mr. Draper was going to put that 2,000-pound paperweight on the river. Is he going to do it this year or not?
I don't know if it's going to be this year or not. We keep hoping for that, but we haven't seen it yet. But if not this year, then maybe next year.
Okay. All right, Ken. I really enjoy your show, man, and glad to talk to you.
Thanks for calling. Good to hear from you. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Yes, good evening to you, Ken.
Good evening.
Rather than my usual pontification, I'm going to abstain from that this evening.
All right.
And I'd simply like to ask a question of you and your viewership, especially those who in the past have voiced so much support for the current President of the United States. I'll be kind at that and leave it at that.
All right.
My question to you and these people is quite simply, is this really what you wanted? Is all the kerfuffle that's taking place right now, is this really what you wanted to have happen? And Ken, I appreciate you giving me the chance to ask your audience that question. I'll shut up and say good evening to you so people can hopefully answer it. Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, thank you for calling. The question that he poses to folks who support President Trump, is this really what you wanted? So if you'd like to answer that question, do so at that phone number, or you can email us at keneckleslive@gmail.com. Let's see. Somebody wanted to know if Pretty Man had made a pick yet. I don't know why anybody would want to know that, but somebody did. No, Pretty Man has not yet made his pick. So we're waiting. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, how you doing, buddy?
Good, Early Bird. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I see where they tearing the White House down on that. What'd you say, the west side?
Well, the East Wing. They're tearing down the East Wing. Yes.
Is that historic?
Well, yeah, all of the White House is historic. Every bit of it's historic. So, yeah,
he's tearing it down
to build a new ballroom. The East Wing, just a little context here. The East Wing is where they primarily do entertainment, dinners and all that stuff. And the president thinks it's not big enough. He needs something bigger over there. So they're going to build something bigger. That's what's going on.
Yeah, I ain't Democrat or Republican. I'm independent, but I don't know. He said things will come. He's gonna have things coming down and all that stuff. I don't know what's going on. But
we'll look forward. Maybe things will come down. I'll be happy when they do. So let's hope that'll happen.
Russia just hit a building full of kids, a daycare or something.
And that's one of the reasons that they canceled the meeting that they were going to have with Putin. Because the Russians keep doing that. And so there's not going to be any meeting.
I can't believe he hit something like that of all kids, like that. But
well, that's not the first time.
Oh, I know it. I know it's not. One of them ain't done took him out. I can't understand why they ain't done took him out. Don't make sense.
Probably it would be really hard for anybody in Russia to take him out. His security is pretty strong. He's probably as close to unreachable as anybody can get.
Well, I just want to call in and ask you about that. Wasn't that historical, that White House, what they turned down?
Well, yeah, it is.
I believe they're going to tie down something historical just to put up something for them to dance in.
Wild
time when the place first opened.
That's a question that some people. You're not the only one asking that question.
Yeah. Well, I hope they enjoy it after they get through with it. I hope they have a really, really good time.
Well, I hope so too. It's supposed to be ready in 2029.
Well, I hope I'm around to see it and hear how they done on their first waltz.
Well, good. Yeah, that'll be good. Well, why don't you and me? We'll plan to discuss that in 2029 after they waltz in there the first time.
Okay, kid. I'll talk to you later, buddy.
Thanks for calling. Appreciate it. Phone line is open up there, and there's the number. And you can email us at keneckleslive@gmail.com. Phone or email, whichever one works best for you. Oh, yeah, I was going to look at emails, but that was the wrong phone to use. Apparently our sound is pretty good tonight because nobody has mentioned any problem with it. So perhaps we're luckier than we were last night. Email, this one says, well, no, it doesn't say any. That's the wrong account. This one says, "Hi, Ken, Mr. Leaksville here. I'm still quite confused. Seems like everyone I've picked lately has plummeted in the wrong direction. This week, I think I will try my luck with the 48. I'm hoping he will pull it off. Have a great weekend." Well, you too, Mr. Leaksville. Mr. Leaksville is going with the 48 this week. Is my pen going to quit working? I hope not. There we go. 48 for Mr. Leaksville this week, and that is in the book. Let's see, where is Mr. Leaksville? Mr. Leaksville is, well, he's 38 points back. So yeah, he's going to need some real good results. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, Mark from Maridan.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
That's good. Yeah, I seen where Mr. Pelham called in.
Yes,
and
he did.
me and my mom won't be able to go to that race. So how I get it where Mr. Pelham get the tickets?
Well, you know, you need to call Charles. Have you told Charles that you won't be able to use them?
Well, I told him the other day I think about getting to Mr. Pelham, and he didn't know who Mr. Pelham was. And I talked to him today, and then he said somebody he's got to give me tickets, and he wanted me to come get it or come tomorrow and get them, and I ain't no way I can come get them.
All right, so you're not going to be able to use the tickets. So hang on a second. Getting confused. I'm always confused. I'm getting more confused. So you want to give the tickets to Mr. Pelham?
Yeah, he came in second place anyway, so.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, I don't handle the tickets. So what we have to do is, so Charles knows that you can't use the tickets. Can you call Charles? Did you tell Charles you wanted to give the tickets to Mr. Pelham?
I told him at one time, and he didn't know who Mr. Pelham was.
All
He
right.
didn't know who Mr. Pelham was. I just told him I just know him by him saying he's Mr. Pelham he lives in Pelham.
All right. Well, I actually, well, Mr. Pelham is listening right now. So, Mr. Pelham, if you are listening, and you can use the tickets, you get in touch with Charles and tell Charles if he has any questions or reservations about whether you are legitimate, that he can contact me, and I will confirm that you are legitimate. So I guess that's the best way to work it at this point.
Okay, or either Charles can call me and tell me ask me if I'm giving it to him, and I'll tell him yeah.
But you've already told Charles that, haven't you?
I told him that one time. Yeah, he didn't know who Mr. Pelham was, but I told him, but
Right.
I don't remember it or not. It's been a couple of days ago.
All right. Well, Mr. Pelham, you call Charles and tell Charles if he needs to, he can call me, and I will confirm that you are the legitimate winner of the tickets.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks, Mark.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks again.
Thanks for calling. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Ken,
Yes.
look, hold your horses. This contest is still alive.
Okay.
Haven't you heard of charges?
Well, hang on.
Wait
Hang on a
minute.
second.
Hold your horses.
No, hang
That's
on.
just like calling a baseball game and standing. Hold a horse.
Hang on a second. Wait a minute. We're talking about these are the tickets that Mark won in the spring, not in the current
Oh,
not in the
man.
current
I
contest.
feel better. I thought you was writing us out here.
Calling a TKO in this one.
Yeah, yeah.
No, those are not these tickets. Different tickets.
Oh, okay. My goodness, that's all right. Now we're straight. Well, look, all the good drivers have been ahead of me. Guys ahead of me have chosen the good drivers, and if I choose one, I won't gain anything. So I gotta go out on a limb, take a wild card.
That's your only chance is to go out on a
Only
limb.
chance. So tell you what I'm gonna do. Give me I think early bird a good taste there. Give me number 9.
Okay.
Elliott. Huh?
Liberal and early bird take the 9 Chase Elliott. Well, it's your only chance. We'll see how it works
That's
out.
my only chance. I gotta go out there and take a chance. Go wild now.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens.
Right. And as far as Mr. EBJ question that he asked, I think you know my answer. This is not what I expected. I expected before the election, if he elected, that he might destroy the country. I made that statement to several people, and by freezing every agency available, he just about done that. But I thought he might destroy the company, but I didn't think he was going to destroy the White House with the East Wing and everything. I said, no, he gone further than I expected.
Well, the question, the caller's question, of course, was aimed at people who supported President Trump. If I'm not mistaken, you did not support President Trump. But that's all right. I mean, you're free to express your opinion too.
Right, Ken. That's one thing. I don't mind when you correct me when I'm wrong, and I think that was a valid correction there. Cause thinking back what I heard, that is what the question that he asked was.
Well, I had to correct you twice. I had to correct you on the tickets too.
Oh my goodness, sure did. I'm having a bad night.
It was tough
hope
night.
My pitch is better.
Well, I suggest you rest up over the next few nights, and maybe you can be sharp again on Monday.
All right, Ken. You enjoy your show. You have a good night.
Thanks for calling. Phone line is open. There's a phone number up there. The email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. Now we had another email over here to read. And this one says, what to know about Trump's plan to build $250 million White House? And it's a link. Wonder if that'll open in my phone. A lot of information there. Well, I'll go through this later. Thanks for sending me that link. I will take a look at that. and learn all I need to learn about the ballroom. This one says, Ken, you talked last night about the meteor shower, but did you know that we have comets? And I don't mean the old 1970s cars. Who remembers the Mercury comet? That's not what we're talking about. I don't mean the old 1970s cars. I mean two actual comets that are currently visible in our sky if you get lucky and look in the right place at the right time. Can you explain to people how they can see the comets, please? Because I know a lot of people would like to look at them. Yeah, I can. Hang on. I had a feeling that was going to come up tonight. So I'm not natively equipped with the information I'm about to give you, but I thought that was probably going to come up. So I got it on a piece of paper. We got Comet Lemon. That's lemon with two M's, Lemmon. Comet Lemon is up there. If you want to see Comet Lemon, right where we are right now, our location is not the very best to see it, but it is possible to see it if you can get out where you've got a clear view of the northwest sky and not too many bright lights around you. You need to look about 90 minutes after sunset. Well, that time has already passed, but you still might have a shot, and you can make your note for 90 minutes after sunset tomorrow. If you look toward the north, is it the northwest? Is that what it says? Oh, reference points. Here's how you see Comet Lemon. You know, I could have read this before I went on the air. Obviously, I didn't. Your reference point for the Comet Lemon is the arc of the handle of the Big Dipper. Everybody can find the Big Dipper. So if you find the arc of the handle of the Big Dipper, follow it to the right, to the bright star Arcturus, then look for the comet just above Arcturus. People are saying, what? But those are the directions I have here. The Big Dipper, follow the arc of the handle of the Big Dipper to a very bright star called Arcturus, and then look just above Arcturus. You probably will need binoculars in order to see it. That's Comet Lemon. And then there's Comet Swan. Look to the southwest sky in the hours following sunset to see Comet Swan. It'll be right below the bright star Altar in the Summer Triangle. You can also use a stargazing app like Stellarium to pinpoint its exact location. And you're probably going to have a lot more luck with Stellarium than you'll have with my directions to see it. But it's southwest. Comet Swan is in the few hours right after sunset. And there you go, emailer. I think the emailer probably already knew this and more. But there it is for the rest of you who would like to do some comet watching. And good luck on that. Let's see, another email here. This is the one I didn't want to get, but here it is. Hello, Eccles. This is Pretty Man. I'm not surprised that public people are on the phone wanting to know who I have chosen to win the race in Martinsville, because the accuracy of my, I don't know what this word is. I'll just say, I don't know what he put here, but I'll just say predictions. The accuracy of my predictions is legendary, and it is the people who support me, who have made me what I am today. You know, I don't think anybody wants to be held responsible for making you what you are today. So let's just go light on that part. Well, so let's move on to is there any business in here somewhere? So here's my prediction for the race in Martinsville. This is the prediction of Pretty Man. This is what Pretty Man says. This is who Pretty Man says will win the race, according to Pretty Man. Where's the number? 12. Okay, Pretty Man says the 12 is going to win at Martinsville. It was a long way to go to get to that, and I had to skip over a lot of stuff, but it is the 12. So thank you, Pretty Man. It's so good, as always, to hear from you. And that's now in the great book, the 12 for Pretty Man. So what do we have so far? Mr. Pelham has the 22. Captain Midnight has the 1. Citizen D has the 12. Mr. Leaksville has the 11. Liberal has the 9. Mark has the 11. Pretty Man has the 12. Early Bird has the 9. Jack has the 20. Mr. NASCAR the 19. And Charles from Danville has the 1. And that's what we got right now. Was that right, Mr. Leaksville? No, Mr. Leaksville has the 48. I didn't think that sounded right when I said it. Mr. Leaksville has the 48. So let me correct that. We certainly don't want inaccurate information seeping into the great book. Hey, Ken, I heard the caller earlier wanting to say, did people who voted for Trump, have they got what they expected when they voted for Trump? I voted for Trump. In fact, I voted for Trump twice, in case anybody's wondering. And yeah, I would say that I am getting what I expected from President Trump. I know he has done some things that people don't like, but that's not a surprise. Everybody knew it would be that way. And don't forget that President Trump has only been in office this time for about 7 months. It takes a long time to change things in the government and change things all around the world. But President Trump is working to move things in the right direction. I believe he is moving things in the right direction, and everything might not be right now exactly the way we want it to be, but before President Trump finishes his term, I believe things will be where we want them to be. So I have not lost any confidence at all in President Trump. And if they would vote again tomorrow, I would again vote for President Trump, just as I have done twice. And if you're wondering why I didn't vote for him 3 times, well, that was my error. But if there was another election tomorrow, I would support President Donald Trump. So that's my answer to the question. All right, emailer, thanks. We appreciate that. This is Ken. What is all this business about the Undertaker being dead? Why did you think the Undertaker was dead? Don't you know anything? Well, apparently I don't know very much. So I don't know why I thought the Undertaker was dead. I guess I listened at some point in my life. I listened to the wrong people, and probably we've all been guilty of that in our lives at some point or another, just listening to the wrong people. But somebody told me the Undertaker was dead, and I listened, and that's why I was misinformed. However, he's not. He's not, and I confirmed that today. That he's very much alive. And my apologies to The Undertaker and to all his legion of fans who love and honor him. I'm sorry I said The Undertaker was dead. but he's not. I don't want to be the one to start a false rumor. So now that we have that straightened out, here is a Martinsville pick from the Lady in Black. Hey, Ken, put down the number 20 for the Lady in Black in Martinsville. All right. There is the 20 in the great book for the Lady in Black. Ken, I want to get back to what that woman called about last week and then called about again last night is a stoplight on Highway 14 where you come out from the recycling center. Now, I understand why they never put a stoplight there in the first place, because there just wasn't much traffic on that road. But now they put the recycling center out there, and there's a couple of businesses out there too, and there's a lot more people driving on that road than ever used to be. So there's a lot more people having a pull out into Highway 14 from the Mebane Bridge Road than used to be the case. I think it's enough that they ought to have a stoplight out there. And that lady is exactly right. So I hope she will have good luck in getting something done about that. In fact, I'm going to see if I can help her. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to call the North Carolina Department of Transportation or Department of Highways or whatever they call themselves now. And I'm going to also say that they need a light out there on 14. And then if they tell me to call the district engineer, I will do that too, because we need a light out there before somebody gets seriously hurt, because it's a very, very dangerous place. Okay, emailer, thank you. There was a big accident out there. If you live in Eden, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't live in Eden, this is the area, if you're coming to Eden on 14, where you cross the Dan River there. After you cross the Dan River coming on into Eden, then that first road on your right is the Mebane Bridge Road, and that's the intersection that folks are thinking about. There was a big accident out there Friday night before last. I don't know the details of it, but I know the road was closed for hours. It was closed. I tried to go through there at 6 o'clock going to Reedsville, and it was blocked at that point. And then I came back at about 9 o'clock, 3 hours later, and it was still blocked. And both times I had to go to the Harrington Highway and then the Bethlehem Church Road to get around. So I have no idea whether that accident was related to the Mebane Bridge Road intersection or if something else caused it. I don't know. But clearly it was a serious accident that closed the road for a long time. And it is hard to get out of there, as I've said. I go to the recycling center all the time. And depending on the time of day, it can be scary to come out of there and turn left, which is why if there's a lot of traffic, I don't try it. I just turn right and go around the river there and come back home that way. Anyhow, the North Carolina Department of Transportation is going to hear from at least two people about the absence of a light there on 14 at the Mebane Bridge Road. Again, I'm glad to hear Mr. Pelham is back tonight. I was beginning to think that he and the Undertaker were both gone, but now I'm happy to hear that not only are they not both gone, they're both still with us. So welcome back to Mr. Pelham. Ken, here's another response to the question about are Trump supporters happy with what they have gotten from President Trump? I would have to say I'm on the fence. I'm not 100% disappointed, and I'm not 100% pleased with what Trump has done so far. Of course, I say that same thing about every president who ever lived. I'm never 100% disappointed, and I'm never 100% pleased. I guess my biggest disappointment with President Trump is that prices have not gone down like he said they would. The price of gas has not gone down like he said it would. The price of groceries has not gone down like he said it would. But just to be reasonable, there was not really any chance that those prices were going to go down a whole lot in the first few months of his term. So I don't honestly say I really expected that to happen, but I would have been happier if they had gone down a little bit, which I have not even seen that happen. On the other hand, I think President Trump is doing just the right thing about immigration. I think that we have allowed people to come into the country freely and without any supervision or knowledge or legal consideration for much too long. I think President Trump has put a stop to that, and I think he's doing the best he can to get people who don't belong in the country out of the country. So in that area, that is exactly what I expected from President Trump. So I give him a high grade on that. As far as bulldozing the White House to build a ballroom, I'm not too crazy about that idea, but that's not quite as big a thing as dealing with immigration and trying to get prices under control. So right now, I would say, yeah, I'm pretty much pleased with the president, not 100% pleased, but I have good hope that I'll be 100% pleased as his term continues. All right, emailer, thanks for that response. This one says, Ken, when is the Reidsville Christmas Parade? Here it comes, folks. Christmas parade season. When is the Reidsville Christmas Parade? You know, I think I know, but I don't know that I know. Probably the weekend of, let me get my dates straight here. November, is November 24th a Sunday? If November 24th is a Sunday, I think it's on November 24th. If that's a Sunday, I don't have a calendar in front. It is on or about November 24th. I'm pretty sure is going to be the Reidsville Christmas Parade. If it turns out that it's on some date other than that, then they will tell me, and I'll tell you. So we'll all know the correct date. But my notion sitting here right now is November 24th, I think, is when the Reidsville Christmas Parade is. And then the emailer goes on to say, will you be doing the parade? Yeah, I will. And then the emailer goes on to say, will Mark Childry be doing the parade? No. Yeah, no, yes, and no. No, Mark has retired from parades. And in spite of just ongoing public demand, as far as a constant drumbeat among the public, trying to bring Mark back to the parade broadcast, a groundswell of support has been demonstrated for Mark to return to the parade broadcast. I don't think that will ever happen. I don't think. So we'll see. He may change his mind at some point and surprise us, but probably not. I just got a text and thought maybe that was something, but it's not. So I'm going with November 24th. That's what I'm going with. Maybe we should have a contest and let everybody pick a date when you think the Reidsville Christmas Parade is going to be. If it works for NASCAR, why wouldn't it work for Christmas parades? I believe November 24th. And now we've started the ball rolling now. An emailer says, okay, then when is the Washington Street Parade in Eden? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know when that is. But I'll be on that one too, I expect. But I'm not sure what it is. Somebody will tell me when it is. Or maybe. Nobody told me last year. I was on the broadcast last year, but only because around parade time, I walked up there and asked if I was doing the parade. And they said, yes, you are. And that's how I found out. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken. Charles told me it's November 23rd is reasonable.
November 23rd is Reidsville. All right. Well, thank you, Mark. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Okay. Now we have November 23rd, not November 24th. Well, what did I say? I said on or about November 24th. And November 23rd is about November 24th. So it wasn't all that wrong. So Mark said he got that from Charles. And Charles is the ultimate authority on these things. So I'm going now with November 23rd for the Reidsville Christmas Parade. Somebody wants me to read the picks again for Martinsville. Here they are. Captain Midnight, the 1, Mr. Pelham, the 22, the Citizen D, the 12, Mr. Leaksville, the 48, Liberal, the 9, Mark, the 11, Lady in Black, the 20, Pretty Man, the 12, Early Bird, the 9, Jack, the 20, Mr. NASCAR, the 19, and Charles from Danville has picked number 1, Ross Chastain from Martinsville, hoping to see a watermelon smashed. And that is all the time we have for Star Talk. We're on the air Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I hope you'll join us next time. Thanks for watching. I'm Ken Echols.